Okay, beautiful people, how are you all doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you how much money I spent, where the money went to, how the process was, what I got back, and everything when I got my admissions letter to study in the Netherlands till I came to the Netherlands. And when I came to the Netherlands, what happened after that? So, this is what we are basically going to be talking about in this video. I have my jotter. Like I said, I'm going to be talking only about how much I spent, where it went to, what happened after I've gotten admissions. Remember, for you to get admissions in the Netherlands, depending on the school in which you want to study, there are 5 types of universities in the Netherlands, but the common ones include research universities and applied science universities. Depending on where you get admission, that is where you are going to study, and your own money would depend on your admissions, let me say your tuition fee. Okay, when I got admissions in the Netherlands, I'm not going to go into the details. Of course, I wrote IELTS and a whole lot of other things. When I got admission, my passport was left. Please find a pen so that you can do the calculation, okay, because I want you to understand. And to every other person who is coming to the Netherlands, if you want to apply for a visa to the Netherlands, make sure when you enter the Netherlands, your passport should be valid for 1 year on the day you are landing here. So calculate. If you think by the day you are landing here, your passport will not be valid for 1 year, please go get a new passport or ask your university. They should tell you this. When I got admission, my passport was supposed to be left less than a year. I think my passport was around 1 year, 1 month when I got admission. Then my visa, I was supposed to go collect my visa and start lectures September. This September 2024 that just passed. So my school said, no, I have to go get a new passport because of this residence permit and everything. They explained to me, which I had to quickly register for the passport stuff. So my passport took 4 days and it came out. And then I paid. Please take a pen and calculate because I don't know how much you are going to spend. My passport, I spent 110,000 CFA francs. I don't know how much that is in euro. You can calculate if you're Cameroonian or not. Convert that. After that, I sent to my school, and now was time for me to pay my tuition fee deposit, because in the Netherlands, in my school, when you get admission, you have to pay a deposit. You have to pay your tuition, like the deposit is the tuition fee, your living costs, your insurance, and your visa application fee. I applied to 4 universities, no, 3, because the other one I didn't apply. I applied to Hanze University in Groningen. I applied to Edzé University. I applied to another school, I'm forgetting. Then I also applied to the University of Groningen. And after that, I got one admission. Then after that, I transferred my tuition fee to my institution. I transferred 11,995 to my university for my tuition for 1 year. I also transferred 700 euros for my insurance for 1 year. I also transferred 228 euros to my school for 1 year. And for my visa, not for 1 year, by the way, for my visa. And then I transferred 15,000 euros for living costs. Now, if you calculate this total, you are going to see that it is 27,900 and few francs, right? 27,900 and something euros. Now, that was the money I transferred to my school. Yeah, I know what you want to say. If you are new to the platform, you haven't watched my video about the Netherlands before, keep calm and keep watching. There is something I want to say towards the end. Money I transferred. Now, if your tuition is much expensive or less than mine, or if you are coming for bachelor's, master's, or PhD, this amount will vary. Okay, so that was how much I gave them. Now, it was time for my school to do my visa. These are the same things I explained before. My school now applied for my visa, and then I think they did my visa July 2nd. I don't remember. Then after 13 days, I was informed that my visa was approved. Now I have to book an appointment to go to the embassy in Benin, in Cotonou, after Nigeria, right? To get my passport stamped, MVV, visa stamped. Then when I get here, I can now collect my temporary residence permit. Now remember, after 4 days of applying for my passport came out. And then when the letter was sent to me, my approval letter from the Dutch government through my school, I now print out the letter, took my passport, then I left my job site for Nigeria because I didn't have money for flights. Keep calculating. I had to use the road because it's possible to go through the road, through Nigeria, then you go to Benin. Okay. Now, there are two Dutch embassies in Africa, one in Ghana, Accra, one in Cotonou in Benin Republic. Somebody was telling me there is another one in Kenya. I'm not certain. I don't know. Please do your due diligence. It's a Kenyan. She wants to come here as well. Then, now, how much did I spend to go to Benin? When I left Douala, Cameroon, I don't remember when was that. I left with a total of 93,000 CFA francs on me. Then I moved to Boya, to Kumba. Then I slept in Kumba. The next morning, I left for Mamfe through Ekok to Ikom. Then, remember, I left with 93,000. When I reached Ekok, I changed some of the money from CFA to Naira. Then that was how I was paying and going. Then from Ikom, I took a bus to Lagos. I was initially going to Onitsha, to leave Onitsha to Lagos, but something happened. We had a breakdown and I just decided, I told the driver, look for a bus going straight to Lagos and put me inside. We were two of us. So the other person was not going to the embassy, by the way. So the driver transferred us at a particular bus service. Then that 70-seater took us overnight. We arrived Lagos at 12 a.m. I think, no, close to 12 p.m. the next day because we had a breakdown. We transferred to another bus, another breakdown. I don't want to share the details. Now, remember, after all those struggles, I arrived Benin on that Saturday. On Sunday, I prepared myself, went to the embassy on Monday. Then in the embassy, the only thing I needed to do was to snap a passport size photograph. The one I took with me from Cameroon was not accepted. So we had to go somewhere and we got a new passport, like new snapshots, right? And that was approved. I spent 3,000 CFA. Now, remember this 3,000 CFA is Benin currency, Benin Republic currency. Then my hotel in Benin, I stayed in Benin Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days. And these 5 days, each day I paid 5,000 CFA Benin currency. It was very cheap for me. Someone negotiated that. I also sent someone there last time, right? Yeah. So if you want to go, just let me know. I will direct you. I will give you the address of the place, the hotel. It's somehow affordable. Then I left Benin on Thursday back to Cameroon. Now, remember that money I had on me, that 93,000 CFA francs got finished. All the money I spent in Benin, I converted from that same money. It got finished. Then I called back home and they sent money to me. The money that came to me from Cameroon, they transferred to my account, something like that. Someone gave me in Benin, a Cameroonian. Then the money that was sent to me was 75,000 CFA francs. Remember, when I was going to Benin, all that money, all the control posts, immigration have to stamp my passport and a whole lot of other things, all was from that money. Then, why was it that way? Because Naira was really down. So when I changed CFA, they gave me much Naira. I think I changed 25,000 to 62,000 Naira, something like that. The first one I changed in Ekok. Now, the money, 75,000 CFA francs that was given to me, got finished immediately. I landed in Ikom when I was coming back because I paid a bus from Benin to Lagos, then slept in Lagos, took a bus from Lagos to Ikom. We slept on the road. In fact, so many problems, but we arrived Ikom safely. Then the money got finished. 75,000 got finished in Ikom. Then the new money, the bus money I used from Ikom to cross to Ikok, to leave Ikok to Douala came from Cameroon. I think I spent about close to 40,000 because I didn't use the normal transport vehicle, about 40,000 or so again. So you are doing the calculation, right? CFA, now the money I spent from Ikom to Douala was CFA. Now, from Douala, the next thing I needed to do was to pay my flight, right? Yeah, was to pay my flight and leave Cameroon. My flight ticket was 478,000 CFA francs with Ethiopian Airway. I paid direct from Ethiopia to Frankfurt to the Netherlands, right? 478,000 CFA francs. That was the cheapest we could get. I was even lucky because the others were more expensive. Then after my flight, when I came here, when I was coming to the Netherlands, I came with 580 euros cash. Then when I reached here, I stayed in one particular hostel for 8 days. Then I paid 30 euros every day in that hostel because I didn't know anybody here. I didn't have any accommodation. In that hostel, I think I spent close to like 300 euros in that hostel. Then I finally found accommodation. Now, the accommodation I got, we were two. It was 480 per month, right? Then we were two, and they were asking for a deposit and a rent. Now, this deposit and rent means that it's 480 times two. The deposit, when you are leaving the house, they will give you back. Okay, everything is on the contract. Now, we paid the money. I think 480 times two should be like 900 plus. Yeah, calculate please. I think 960 euros or something like that. That was the money we paid. Then each month we are going to still be paying our 480. Now, that was the money I paid. Now, after that, you have to take the contract to the municipality to give you a BSN number. With the BSN number, you now come back and open your bank account. When the bank account is ready, you now give it to your school to transfer you back that 15,000 euros, which mine was transferred. Okay, so 15,000 euros was given back to me, and that is the expensive. Now, all the calculations, you can now remove 15,000 euros from inside. I'm explaining this because some people were asking me, they want to make the draft to give to their parents to see if they can actually afford. Okay, so the 15,000 euros that was given to me, I now use it. It was, by the way, not my money completely, but this is what you need to know if you want to study here. Remember, I said it depends on your tuition. And one thing I will say before I go, the living cost money, 15,000 euros, was for my own city. In some other cities, it may be a bit more or a bit less. Then still in my city, I noticed that this year it has dropped from 15,000 to 14,000. Then some other cities, it's not up to 13,000. It depends. A place like Enschede in 20 is not up to that amount. So it depends on so many factors. I'm telling you based on what I did. Okay. Then, yeah, when you get here, other videos are on the channel. In case you don't understand anything, consult the channel and you are going to enjoy every bit of it. And also do your due diligence, guys. It's important for you to do your research so that you don't make errors. I wish to see you in the Netherlands and see you in another one. Bye-bye.